The Champions League UCL draw has been officially released, and for Football Club Barcelona, it's a beautiful sight to see. So many different storylines that I'm eager to see, and I hope you are as well, because this is absolutely magnificent. It's going to be great football to watch. But for Barcelona, we got to stick on the main team, the greatest club in history. Now, a lot of people are saying that Barca has the easiest way out, not to realize that last season, Barcelona whooped Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. They beat Sevilla 5-1. Then afterwards, they beat Madrid 4-0, battered them, bent them over, and then they also beat Bayern Munich 4-1. It was a beautiful sight to see. So whoever Barca goes up against, they can win no matter what. So saying they have an easy draw, it don't matter now. It don't matter. We'll still perform. So we're going to talk about the teams that Barca's going to go against, how they will perform, what the scores may be, how easy it will be for us to make it to the next stage or the knockout stage, and who the easiest opponent is going to be for us. So as you can see, we have Paris Saint-Germain here as one of the teams we're going to be playing. Now look, a lot of people are saying that Paris Saint-Germain is going to be our most difficult option. We might lose to them, this and that. But to be honest, I don't actually think they're going to be the most difficult. I'll get to who is going to be the most difficult for us. Now, I'll talk about the PSG Barca game afterward and really break that down of what I think is going to happen. You might think, oh, I'm a moron for it. Or you might think, this guy's speeding absolute fact. But first, let's just start off with Olympiacos. Now look, Olympiacos, Barca, this will be a quite... You know, the way Barca defends is very shaky at times. Like, you're on your damn tippy toes watching these games. You're like, whoa, what's about to happen? Our attack is magnificent, but that defense can be shaky at times, getting you scared. So no matter who you play, they still have a chance of scoring goals against us. But Olympiacos, it's just not on our level. So even if they end up scoring 2-3 goals, we'll put in 10. You know what I'm saying? We'll always find a way, especially if they're not a top tier club. So I say this type of game will be quite easy for us, and we'll probably win this one 5-1 in this game. I ain't gonna lie. Now Copenhagen, now if you look at them right there, this one seems like it's gonna be a nice breeze through for us. So they're not going to really have any issues with this team. Barely know a single player on there. Like, to be honest, I don't know anybody on this Copenhagen team, which lets me know they're going to get battered. First of all, Barcelona is the greatest, so let's be honest. I can't even tell you what color grass they have on their pitch, man. Unbelievably garbage compared to them. They weren't even in the Champions League last year, so I think we'll have a field day with them. Now, what about Frankfurt? Now, Frankfurt is a German side that has some pretty decent players. They're definitely worse than Borussia Dortmund, but they're really not crazy. And I feel like Barcelona's attack is just so great this season, no matter what, we always find a way that even going against this Frankfurt team, they might put in a little bit more goals than us. Because remember, they lost their Hugo Ekitike. They lost Ekitike. So I don't really know how good they are now. They are second in the Bundesliga, winning their first game, but we'll see how it plays out when we get further along into the season. They might be really doo-doo with the name on it. It's just one win, you know what I'm saying? But I still think we'll defeat them. Club Brugge. Listen, man. This type of team right here, go straight to the toilet and take a nice, rude, comfortable dump, because we are completely baking them. This is going to be an easy one for us. Club Brugge, they're not going to have a chance against us. Now, though we are playing on the road against them away, it's still going to be not too much of a problem for us. I'm not going to lie. But this is where things get a little crazy, because looky here, man. Newcastle United. Newcastle just played Liverpool not too long ago, and that game ended in a 3-2 victory for Liverpool. But Newcastle was pressing Liverpool with a man down, cooking, absolutely playing crazy. So the fact that they have that type of ability and still are able to score goals, now who knows if Jonathan Isak is going to be back, because you know he's been having beef. He wants to go to Liverpool. Like, Madman does not give a damn. He said that there was some sort of issues, that they lied to his face, so he's like, I'm out of here, man. Bro, no. But Newcastle's like, listen here, bozo, stay in this place. Either you're not going to play, or tell us that you want a transfer request so we don't have to pay you, buddy. But it is what it is. I think that they're not going to be able to do the transfer and get rid of Isak, so he's going to be back. So that makes it even more dangerous. And Barca does struggle with these biggity strikers that are at least over 6'2", and they're strong, brute strength strikers. Just like, for example, Gu Assi on Dortmund. He scored a hat-trick against us. So stuff like that, those big strikers can cause us some issues. We'll still find a way to pull through when we have the likes of Lamine Yamal, Pedri, Raphinha, Lewandowski, if he gets back to being top tier again, because he's a little older now. He takes one run and he might feel it for a week. So we don't know. He's a little old head, but he can still put that ball in the back of the net. I believe so. But I still think we can find a way. I don't think Newcastle's defense is good enough to stop the likes of Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, Ferran, the man Torres, and Raphinha. So I think we're good on that end. Now this right here, Slavia Prague. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, we can play our whole bench on this. Put on damn Marc Casado. Put him on. Put on freaking Gerard Martin. He was selling a lot last season. He did decent against Inter Milan with that pass, with the assist, but you can put him on. Put on our backup center back. F it. Put Lamina striker. You know what I'm saying? We will destroy this team. Like Slavia Praha. Bro, no chance. Cooking them. Now Chelsea. This Chelsea team is the team that absolute told Paris Saint-Germain, open up and spat in their mouth. That's what Chelsea did to PSG. Completely baked them. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to see PSG versus Barca as well because they felt like they were so nice, completely battering Inter Milan. Them frauds. We shouldn't have lost that game because, come on, Dumfries fouled Gerard Martin there. There should have been a free kick and we would have been good. But, you know, they wanted us to lose that one. That useless referee. Let me not go on a rant there. Let me get back to what I was talking about. Chelsea is a very dangerous squad because they're one of those teams that can play very well against the good teams, and then the mid teams, they struggle to score goals, this and that. They have new acquisitions of João Pedro, Estavio, La Brasileiro, you know what I'm saying? Now, they might still get Xavi Simons. They just signed Alejandro Garnacho Cheese, so that's another acquisition for them on the left. This team is pretty strong, especially after they were our Club World Cup winners. So we may have some issues with this team. This might be one of the ones where we could possibly draw, but most likely can still get the win against Chelsea. But I believe Chelsea is going to be our tougher opponent more than Paris Saint-Germain. But I love the narrative for Paris Saint-Germain because there's so many things that play into it. Now, this is the thing. Barcelona is playing PSG. Now, I do doubt that they're going to be playing each other before the Ballon d'Or ceremony. If they do end up playing, because I don't know when the actual dates are. I don't see it here. I searched it. Maybe somebody else has that. But if they do end up playing very soon, which I doubt, this will help play the narrative of who's going to win the Ballon d'Or between Rafinha, Lamine, and Ousmane the Snake Dembele. Now, I personally think that the Ballon d'Or should go to the best player in the world, which is Lamine Yamal. But I also think if they're going to do the stats thing, who I also believe was tremendous is Rafinha. And Rafinha should definitely get the Ballon d'Or if we're doing anything like that. But it is what it is. But this is a very highly anticipated game because it didn't happen last season. And this is where we're going to witness Lamine Yamal literally go into autopilot, dribbling through all these players. They were talking about Nuno Mendes. Remember, they said Nuno Mendes pocketed Lamine Yamal as if there weren't 5 or 6 players blocking every area for Lamine Yamal to dribble through when it was Portugal versus Spain. It was not just Nuno Mendes. But anyway, Nuno Mendes got exposed recently by Cole Palm. So Nuno Mendes is not the best defender. He was still very good, dangerous, I'm not going to lie. But Lamine Yamal now has a chip on his shoulder, wanting to cook him. Rafinha also wants to get his respect. When people are trying to say Dembele deserves it over him, Rafinha is going to absolutely go crazy. Then we have Ousmane the Snake Dembele, having still that beef with the Barca fan, including me, after celebrating when they won, when they beat us because of Araujo's red card. On top of that, the Snake Dembele also wants to, if he ends up getting the Ballon d'Or, because we don't know when this is happening, let's do 2 things. If he ends up getting the Ballon d'Or, he wants to make the statement like, I deserve it. And if he doesn't get the Ballon d'Or, then he's going to make the statement that I did deserve. Same goes with Rafinha and Lamine. But overall, this Champions League draw is absolutely beautiful and amazing. And I'm most definitely looking forward to it. But let me know what y'all think about this. Y'all think Barcelona is going to beat all these teams? Will they have some moments because their defense is a little bit shaky? I feel like they can beat all these teams, but some defensive lapses could lead to a draw. Against PSG, I highly doubt there's going to be a draw because we love to score on attack and they love to score on attack. So let me know what y'all think. Do y'all agree or disagree with the takes on these? Yeah.